launch today is of a project called I Won't Say I Will See You Tomorrow, and it's based on Ludwig Wittgenstein, his philosophy, and it's looking at it through visual art. I do want to introduce Professor Maria Bagramian. She's the head of School of Philosophy in UCD.
So on the 9th of December 1947, Wittgenstein moved to this house. And the best source for finding out how he was doing here and what he was doing is from his letters. I arrived in the above address and I'm feeling still very strange, cold and uncomfortable. I hope I'll get acclimatized. It's a little guest house. The only guest is me. It's about 3 hours by bus from Dublin. I came here because in spite of looking around for 2 weeks, I could not find anything else that would do at all. I may, in a couple of months, move to a much more isolated place in the west of Ireland. The winter is very mild, and I'm glad to say, and not so wet, that I can't go for a walk almost every day, which does me lots of good. There is nothing like the Welsh coastline here, but Rushries was from Wales, but the colours are most wonderful and make up for everything. So during these walks, Wittgenstein was coming up with ideas all the time, and he even used to sit down and take notes. And in a conversation with Con Drury, he tells him that the ideas sometimes come so fast that I can't find time to write them down.
The reason I think that Aoife asked me to recreate this piece was because of some of the ideas which were about order. The kind of idea that I'm trying to actually make some order out of this three-dimensionally, which ultimately is kind of always going to fail. Like I'm looking at it now and I can still see one or two things I'd like to change. But it's about the endeavour to try and achieve that.
Red Cross is a village, but the farm is about 2 miles outside it and fairly isolated. I'm working a fair amount. Not too bad and not too good. Heaven knows if I'll ever publish this work, but I should like you to look at it after my death if you survive me. There's a good deal of hard thinking in it. I feel a good deal better here than in Cambridge. And he gave the address, care of Mrs. Kingston, Kilpatrick House, Red Cross, Wicklow, era 22 12 47.